Howdy, my beautiful Pisces. How you doing today, darling? Let's get into your weekly tarot reading for October 2022 and see what's going to be happening in your life today, Pisces, all right? What your horoscope's looking like, what predictions we can be making for you today, Pisces. But when you're taking in tarot readings today on YouTube or wherever, Pisces, be sure to check out your sun, moon, and your rising, darling. That's how you get the better understanding of what's happening in your chart. If you do enjoy this tarot reading today, Pisces, if you do enjoy this tarot reading today, Pisces, I'm human, forgive me. Let me know in the comments below how this tarot reading helps you out, darling. All right, that's how we keep up with you, beautiful Pisces. All right. And give this video a like and subscribe if this tarot reading does help you out. All right, this is completely free to do, Pisces, and it really does help me out quite a bit, darling. All right, so let's begin your tarot reading here today with the back of the deck energy being the Knight of Pentacles for you, Pisces. All right, so slow is going the pace for your path currently. I feel like your story right now, Pisces, is one of the Knight of Pentacles. You'll notice with the Knight of Pentacles that this person is having to drop pentacles as they go on their journey here, and especially basing it off of your cards here. I'm going to be going out on the limb here and saying, Pisces, I feel like you've had to let go of a lot of people, or you're starting to get to this point, Pisces, of where you're starting to detach yourself from quite a few social situations here. All right, from social situations majorly, but it could be also some small things like, you know, having to let go of like no, I feel like it's more so, I'm not even going to try to say it's like, it could be like habits or stuff like that, but let's continue on here. Five of Swords, Two of Cups, with the Seven of Cups coming in here. This is why I really want to say socially here for you, because it's like Two of Cups energy that's dealing with your friendships. It is dealing with partnerships as well, so it could be like a job or things that you had prior commitments to. But whatever the case is, with that Five of Swords energy here, Pisces, whatever the case is, you haven't been liking it for a while now. All right, it's been affecting you mentally here. All right, it feels as if for you it's like certain energies you feel like you haven't been able to trust. There's been like voices in the back of your head that is just like, just a lot of things, Pisces. It feels like, you know what it feels like, Pisces? It feels like you've been way too good of a person to people, and that energy hasn't been really returned to you. And I feel like you're starting to wake up to that finally, of where you're starting to realize just this, like, wait a minute, I'm being helpful, I'm being giving to these social situations in my life, and all they're doing is talking mess behind my back. All they're doing is bringing drama to me. You know, I can give my relationships all this grace, right? I can be there for them all the time, but the moment I need help, they're not there for me, right? That's like the initial phrases that come to mind when I think about this energy here that you might be saying. I feel like you're starting to consider other fishes in the sea, or you're waking up, Pisces, to realizing that there's things that have to be out there that are so much better available for you in your life there, right? With the Seven of Cups, it feels as like, I do get like the sneaking suspicion like this hasn't been caused just organically. It could be this sense of where there's like a boiling point with somebody that they pushed you over the edge, where you're just like, you're finally fed up, where you're just like, you know what, darling, like I've given you chance after chance after chance, and I've ignored red flag after red flag after red flag, and you still do the same sabotaging, you still go on the same BS, darling. I'm moving on. Or it could even be like a sense of where you're, I was gonna say it could be a sense of where new people have started showing you how you deserve to be treated, but then we pull this Three of Swords clarifying this here, Pisces, and it feels as if like the reason why you're being pushed to move on and consider other fishes in the sea is because it's just straight up pain, where you're just like, you know what, people are not worth it anymore. All right, Ace of Pentacles coming in here with the Page of Wands, and you're absolutely right here. While yes, there are plenty of fish in the sea, you acknowledge this, Pisces, but I also get on some level where it's just like, yeah, there's plenty of fish in the sea, but it doesn't mean that they're gonna pick me. All right, that's something that I hear. But the reality is, Pisces, is that the only reason why you might be feeling like there's nothing better out there for you, or if you leave your current situation that you would find something better, I think that only is happening right now because of like your current situation making you feel lesser than. You know, when you're in a depressing environment, it's really hard to have faith or be hopeful about anything, right? And so you have to kind of firstly get yourself out of that energy, Pisces, before you're able to make have a rational point of view about life, about where you need to be going, taking steps next. I feel like it's important for you right now, Pisces, to initially prioritize separating yourself from people here. All right, Hanged Man, Two of Swords, full energy coming in here. Yeah, there's definitely, the thing about it is, Pisces, like, you're being pushed to this point of like no return, where it's just like a crossroads is coming forward in your life. And I don't feel like this is the first time, Pisces, that a crossroads is coming forward in your life, or at least in this type of way here. I feel like you've had the opportunity a few times, when you were ignoring those red flags beforehand, where you gave something chance after chance after chance. And I feel like this time you're finally taking the new path here. I feel like this time you're fed up with whatever happened with that situation. You know, it's not my business to know. I would love to know, obviously, because I'm a nosy person, honey. But it's like, for you, this is a time where I feel like you're stepping into this new path, stepping into new connections, new partnerships coming in here. All right. I feel like you're exploring things that you haven't considered in the beforehand, especially if this is like a job thing. I feel like you're putting energy into different job situations, jobs that you haven't done before, people you haven't messed with beforehand. Four of Swords coming in here. I feel like you're going to be having a sense of peace, and I feel like it's going to come sooner than you realize. You know what I hear, Pisces? When you finally commit to this Two of Swords, this new path in your life here, you're going to question to yourself, being like, why didn't I do this sooner? Because I see you just being so relieved afterwards, having things stabilize so much more in your life. King of Pentacles energy, once you make that commitment there. Hierophant energy with the Fool. So I do see, yeah, for you, Pisces, after you do that initial commitment of change or what have you, changing in the path, like, you step into something so much more promising, so much more profitable very quickly in your life, Pisces. Very quickly in your life. Like, you quickly replace it, and you'll, like, as you replace it, you'll just be sitting there being like, darling, why did I not move on from that old job sooner? You know, I could have been getting paid so much more, so much sooner if I knew this was available to me, right? I could have been in this loving relationship, this loving friendship so much sooner if I stopped entertaining with this one person from my past that really didn't deserve me giving them 10 different chances, right? Going into your third and final row here, Pisces, you have the Lovers, the Sun card, the Five of Pentacles, letting me know that, especially, I do see for you, Pisces, that there's been some sense of insecurity that's happened here, right? Whether it's due to just like that previous relationship doing a number on you, where you started losing your sense of self, or your sense of value here. It leads me to believe whatever's recently happened in your past, it kind of done a number on you personally here. And the Lover's energy with the Sun card coming in, well, yes, the Lover's energy, you can read this off as quite literally like some person, like a lover coming in, but the Lover's actually is an extremely complex tarot card representing so much, where it's just like, it can represent complex decisions. There's so many, like, you have to consider all the nuances to each decision that you make, where it's just like, all right, if I choose this new path where I'm no longer ignoring these red flags, right? You might have to, especially if it's family members, you realize it's just like, all right, I'm no longer entertaining this one situation here, but that also means I have to transition so much else in my life to make it work. But it feels like, to me, Pisces, that it pays off in tenfold for you here, right? So that might be what you've been trying to resist for a while, because you haven't really wanted to do all the transitions, right? If you don't like your roommate, but your roommate's unfortunately, or rather, you don't like your friend, but your friend is unfortunately your roommate, right? So you've been having to deal with it because you want a roof over your head for cheaper rent. You deal with it, but by making this point of being like, you know what, I don't want this friendship anymore, I got to practice boundaries, that might mean you have to move out here, move out of that place to separate yourself from them, but it pays off, right? Empress energy coming in here, Temperance card coming in with the Nine of Pentacles. It pays off here, Pisces. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you that your future in the coming days is going to be, oh girl, I almost sneezed there, is going to be sunshines and rainbows, because I don't see sunshines and rainbows. I see like a big transition And I see if you make it through all the way throughout this transition on this new path here, you'll be so happy that you did that transition. You'll be wishing that you did this transition sooner rather than later. So I'll just ask you, Pisces, what is there in your life that you've been really resisting on moving on from, transitioning from? You've given it too many, like 10 different too many chances. All right. That's the thing that you truly need to just make the choice and be like, you know what? I gotta do better. I gotta ask for better for myself. Right. So I'll leave you with that, Pisces, but let's get into your oracle cards today. See what oracle cards we can get for you, Pisces. All right. Before I send you off, we'll do 2. Don't tell the other zodiac signs, Pisces. Full moon in Virgo, as well as the new moon. Full and new moon in Virgo. A time to give rather than take, and you are good enough. All right. So I see you guys, Pisces, really getting to this place of having a better understanding of your self-worth. All right. I feel like for you, it's time for you to accept a situation for what it is, that it's not appreciating you. It's not respecting you in the way that you deserve. Whatever energy that you've been investing into, right? It's like you're working a cubicle job, but it's not giving justice to your artistic or your business mind, right? You have to do a transition in your life so you don't lose yourself. All right. Because I do see the sense of you're starting to lose sight of who you are, of how valuable you are, what you bring to the table, because you've been you've been in an environment that just hasn't been good for you, that hasn't been good for your mental health, that hasn't been good for how you see yourself in the mirror there. All right. Protecting the future, dragon's horde. Yeah, you need to do what it takes to save yourself right now, Pisces. And I know that sounds super dramatic, darling, but I do feel like there's some type of transition that you need to make in your life before it's too late and you give up all hope. So whether that's like that sense, Pisces, where you've been working that 9-to-5 job to pay just to catch up on bills and what have you, and then you'd make a priority on your dreams, it's time for you to start making that game plan of going from that 9-to-5, transitioning from that 9-to-5 to being self-employed. It's time, if you're wanting that merit, it's time for you to transition away from this long-term relationship, that from this person that never could show commitment, to going into singlehood, to find the person that would be able to do that. Because I feel like there's something in your current environment that you've been way too patient with that's now starting to impact your mental health, that's starting to impact how you see yourself, what your potential is, which then is inadvertently impacting what you manifest for your future. Do you understand that, Pisces? So I don't mean this to scare you. I mean this to try to wake you up and to remind you of who the hell you actually are, Pisces. All right. So I love you so much, darling. Hopefully this gave you some clarity, darling, and I'll connect to you sometime in the near future, my beautiful Pisces. I love you so much. Bye, Pisces.